Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapple Kings 8 then. So, Grapple Kings 8 is going to be Saturday, 23rd of July. It's going to be at Hush nightclub in Newport. So, obviously, the venue was changed. Originally, it was in Southampton, but obviously, it's now heading over to Newport. So that's a Hush nightclub. I believe it's part of the Queen's Hotel, and it's right next to the Queen's Hotel. So unbelievable venue, great venue for obviously this event that's going to be on. So it's going to be Team England versus Team Wales. So we're going to have some of the top grapplers from across England and Wales are going to be on the card that night. One of my guests is going to be on, my guest today, should I say, there's Tom Barry of Team Draig. Now, Tom has been out there for years, putting himself on the line, competing against some of the top people from all over the place. So, and obviously having real great success. Obviously coming out of Team Draig under Ash Williams. Team Draig is running riot at the moment. We see them everywhere, and they're out there. They're winning all sorts. They're putting themselves on the line, and they're showing obviously the rest of the world a different style of jiu-jitsu from what we normally see. So Tom's going to be up against Andrew Hardwick of Alicat. So again, another tough match for Tom. But yeah, this is the matches that Tom loves. So we're looking forward to seeing him on the 23rd. So Tom, always a pleasure, buddy. How you doing?
How's it going, man? Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too, buddy. You too. How's everything in Wales today then? How's the weather down there?
The weather's not too bad. It was a bit shitty yesterday. It was on and off raining. I wasn't here, obviously, but from what I could see, there was a local festival on, and it got ruined by the weather. So yeah, but it's always pretty much the same. We've had about a week of sunshine, and that's probably how summer done down here now.
Yeah, well, listen, we're the same. I mean, Scotland weather is very similar to Welsh weather. So,
Yeah.
we had a good Monday to Friday, and then when the weekend comes, when we're supposed to enjoy ourselves, the fucking rain comes out. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and what about you then? So, obviously, training wise, well, you train all the time. We're always
Yeah.
seeing you training. We always see the videos that Ash puts up and everybody else puts up. So,
Yeah.
how's training going with yourself?
So I'd say from basically September last year, I've basically been training flat out pretty hard. I've been working on my wrestling with the trials coming up just before the trials last summer. So it would have been like June, August last year. I was wrestling hard. I've probably been wrestling for about 8 months now, and well, yeah, something like 8 months. And say the last month and a half, I've started to because obviously my goal was to win the trials, and that's gone now, so I don't get another chance until September next year. So I've kind of calmed down a little bit and just started to I've started to play guard a lot and just trying to put new things into my game. Ash has been away, obviously. He's been in Australia, so you know we're still pushing hard as a team, but we dropped the intensity a bit because it is a pretty intense room. If we only do 2 hours a day, but we go hard for them 2 hours. You know, it's you'd swear we don't like each other.
And that's the thing. Obviously, a couple of my boys down there now, Miguel
Yeah,
and obviously Jack came down, and I said, obviously, when I've ever spoke to them, and I said they can't speak highly enough about Draig. In
yeah,
fact, they one of them corrected me because obviously I was like most people, I was calling it Team Draig, right? And then
yeah,
I think I was talking to Miguel, and I can't remember if it was Miguel or Jack, and they said, "No, Stoom, it's Draig, it's Team Draig." So, and I remember speaking to Ash. I'd spoke to several people at Team Draig, and not one of them corrected me until I spoke to one of my boys. So,
I think we assume that that's how you say it. With the you
yeah,
can't say drag. That's how
yeah,
we just let it go, you know, because it is a Welsh word, isn't it? So
yeah.
just like I've heard some beauties or some people like saying, you know, it sounds like drag and It's good for us, though. We know what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah. But it's they always speak highly. They talk about obviously the rolling, the training. Obviously, it's on a complete different level. Obviously, they came from 10th Planet in Glasgow, which obviously 10th Planet, as we know, is a fantastic setup, fantastic gym. Plus, they did a bit of cross training. They were obviously at our gym, Marcus Nardini's, and but then once they said they came down to Team Draig, they said it was a completely different level. Obviously, it's professional as well because obviously most of the guys are out there competing at a professional level. So, and they said it was just it was unbelievable. And as you said, you would think that you didn't like each other the way you rolled, but they absolutely love it. And their game, especially, I mean, their game was good before. As you know, obviously, you obviously had the competition with them at Power Grappling. So their game was good before, but now it's taken their grappling and jiu-jitsu to a whole new level.
No, definitely. We've seen massive improvements, Miguel, he's really picking things up fast. And then we got Jack, where we got, big hopes for Jack because he's young and he's like a sponge. We give him stick all the time about his game, and he just loves it. He appreciates the feedback, even though we're getting into him and stuff. He's getting better all the time. But Miguel is really the improvements are coming really fast with him.
Yeah.
It's unreal because he had a really good game come into. He's a top grappler, isn't he?
Yeah. Two handsome guys as well. Another two handsome guys for the Team Draig.
Yeah, Jack is very handsome. Miguel, not so much. But me and Miguel are of the same cloth there, a little bit ugly, but.
And then what about you then? So obviously Grapple Kings. So I'd say you're out there. You're out there, and we said earlier that you're competing against some of the top people all over the place. So and you're not afraid to mix it because you'll know this yourself. I mean, being in jiu-jitsu, being in grappling, where some people might hear a name and say, well, no, I don't want to fight him or I don't want to go up against him. And whereas obviously you go up against anybody at any time.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's a good thing or not, but I really don't get I don't get spooked by names. It's just something like, and I don't. It doesn't change my game. Like I just it's a bit cheesy now, but everyone is human, and you just got to back yourself. Really, it's just like so far. Everyone at the elite level, so to speak, I've lost against, unfortunately. But there's been Larnaca, Ross Nichols, and Taza. But I like when I go into their matches, I don't get spooked. I don't play. I play my game, and I'm happy to go out on my shield. But I'm confident that even though I take them losses, that I can get there. It's I don't know whether it's a bit of a dull thing, but no sense, no feeling sort of thing going on. But I'm just well aware that everyone's human, and like there's no point putting people on pedestals. It's the worst thing you can do, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's what
Maybe
we love. I mean,
they don't show them enough respect. I don't know.
but no, that's what we love about you. I mean, as I say, you're not afraid to stand across because as I say, we do see it. We hear it all the time where somebody will put a name forward and they'll be like, no, I don't want to take him on. I'm not ready or I'm not willing to do this or whatever. And at the end of the day, it's jiu-jitsu. I mean, you're going to lose or grappling. You're going to win. You're going to lose. Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. So, and it's an experience for you as well. So
100%.
getting out there.
Yeah, definitely. I see grappling a little bit like I don't know, like I'm between the difference between rugby and football, in my opinion, is like 9 times out of 10 the best rugby team win. But with football, like you see it in the FA Cup and all that, the worst team can upset the big team. You don't see that so much in rugby, and I believe that's what grappling is more like as compared. It's more like football. Like we're not hurting each other,
Yeah.
and anyone can catch anything at any moment. Really,
Yeah. Definitely. It's good as well to have Ash and Josh back as well. Obviously, I know they were over in Oz.
Yeah,
Obviously, spreading the Team Draig name all over Oz, which was absolutely brilliant. So
yeah,
they looked like they enjoyed themselves as well. They were out there doing all sorts every day.
yeah. They were hustling. To be fair,
Yeah,
they were doing seminars left, right, and centre. They were training. They were doing like ADCC prep for. There's Team Essence over there in
yeah,
Australia with Jake O'Driscoll. Um, they were like prepping for a few of their guys to do ADCC and doing seminars and teaching classes in Essence, and
yeah,
yeah, they were flat out. I
yeah.
think they got ill because they run themselves into the ground.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I always worry because obviously I see Ash is out there all over the place. Do you know what I mean? You always worry about that, is they're burning themselves out and so on. But obviously, he's still young enough. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? He's out there and do you know what I mean? He's living. We always talk about the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. As we go up, obviously coming through white belts and blue belts and stuff like that. But obviously, you guys at Team Drag are definitely living that jiu-jitsu lifestyle.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
It's great, you know. 'Cause, coming off, I worked. I was a pipe fitter for most of my like working career. So coming out of the gates of basically like an adult school,
yeah,
of working the 9 to 5 and just coming into this lifestyle, like I appreciate it every day. I feel like I'm literally getting out of bed and going out to play
yeah,
every day.
yeah,
I get out of bed, you know, I wake up, I get to see my daughters, and then I go to training. Two out of 2 out of the 5 days I'm down the gym all day, but then the other days I get to come back and put time into my family.
yeah,
And then just like, you know, I'm teaching jiu-jitsu, and I love it. Like I do it for free, so
yeah,
it's you know it is a great lifestyle. To be fair, like I have to pinch myself sometimes
yeah,
to think like you know, like I didn't see it going this way. So, you know, but on the flip side of that, then do you know, like when you quit work and you put everything in, put all your time into jiu-jitsu, you kind
yeah.
of build a pressure on yourself. They're like, oh shit, I gotta do well. So there is, you know, there's downsides, not downsides, but there's not all sunshines and rainbows, you know.
Yeah.
But compared to the 9 to 5, there's sunshines and rainbows.
But that's the thing, it's important as well. I mean, we talk about like family.
Yeah,
Obviously, if you're out there working like 9 to 5, because one of the guys I spoke to was like Matty Holmes.
yeah,
As we all know, Matty obviously has got a full-time job. He's out
yeah,
like he's up at like 6 in the morning. He's out for
yeah,
work, and then straight from work he'll come home for half an hour, grabs quick something to eat, get a shower, see the family, and then he's out to training. And by the time he comes home, it's maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night. So um, and but for obviously you to be able to then take that step back from work and then be able to do jujitsu and spend a lot more time with the family, so it's important, very important.
So when I was actually coming to the time of gonna go full time jiu-jitsu,
Yeah,
my missus was pregnant for the first baby,
right,
and
right.
I left a full time, obviously well paid job,
Yeah,
uh, and put myself into it. Like it definitely was. It hasn't been all easy, you know. Like the reason I made that choice is I knew, like, obviously for the jiu-jitsu and stuff, I knew I wanted to get good, but
yeah,
I had to gauge that time of like, if I was gonna have a family, gonna work a job and train, like, you know, I wanted to be there for my daughters and stuff.
yeah,
So like it was something that had to go. Unfortunately, it was work.
yeah,
You know, and obviously you can imagine what issues that comes with. You know, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah, but I've got through it now and I've come out the other side. You know, just about.
yeah,
So
yeah. No, listen, hats off to you. As I
yeah,
say, it's always a, and again, I speak to a lot of people who've done similar,
mm,
and I always take my hats off because it's a tough decision to go from having a paid
yeah,
salary job or whatever to then now we're going to do this full time. And as you know, it's about building it up because you're not going to walk in straight away and you're going to have all these PTs and
yeah,
all these classes and so on. So it's
yeah,
building it up and building it up. And as I said, obviously you're now reaping some of the benefits, and it's only going to get better and better for you.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So
Because
definitely hats off to you for
it's
that.
what you value, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
luckily I'm not very materialistic, as you can see. So, you know, as long as I've got food in my belly and just like, and to be fair, my partner has taken a bit of, you know, obviously like being a lady, she's more materialistic, but she's, you know, she's stuck by me just about
yeah,
ish.
yeah.
I know, and yeah,
Nah, listen, hats off to you. I'd say it's a brave move to do it for anybody at any level. So
yeah,
so yeah, definitely wish you obviously even more success, obviously
yeah.
going forward. So
And,
um
and on that note, like, there's probably no other gym where I could have done it in the world. I don't know about the world, but for a long, long stone's throw. Like, I'm
yeah,
lucky where, like, for once paid off being in Wales. You know, it was because there's no other gym that could have put, well, unless in London maybe, but you know, in down in Draig we got and CRA we got a few, like Ash and Chris and Josh do this for a few people. You know, it's they
yeah.
give these opportunities out, and you know, if anyone's out, you know, it's the place to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a hotbed at the moment. As I say, we know that we've got Ash obviously going to be heading over to ADCC as well. I believe
Yeah,
taking a big team over with them. I believe most of you guys are heading over with them.
yeah, we're all going. I think it might be about 50 to 100 people
Wow.
going over. So big support, you know.
Yeah, yeah. We'll definitely wish him luck. As I said, I'm going to hopefully get a chance to speak with him. Ash is funny because I did an interview with him for a comp that he was doing. I think it was Valentine's Day. I'd sent him a message on Valentine's Day, and it was like, "Hey Ash, how you doing?" Similar to what I did with yourself,
Yeah,
because I'd spoke to him before, and obviously I'd kind of known him, spoke to him at different events. So I messaged him on Valentine's Day. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm just sitting having a meal with my wife or his missus." And he said, "Give me half an hour." And I was like, "Are you sure it's Valentine's Day? Because normally I do it the same as what did with you." I said, "Look, obviously a couple of days in advance. Are you available at some point of the weekend?" And Ash was like, "No, no, give me half an hour and I'll do it." And then, sure enough, we did an interview.
yeah.
Half an hour later,
Katie's a legend. She
yeah,
is. She is down. She's in. She's
yeah.
handling all the time.
But that's what I said to him. I said, "Look, obviously it's Valentine's Day." I said, "Look, obviously spend the time with your wife." He's like, "No, no, this will be her present. This will be her present for Valentine's Day, the interview." And I
No,
was like, "Right,
she is
okay,
an absolute. She supports him so well. Like,
yeah,
she's on board. You know, he's she loves jiu-jitsu. She watches jiu-jitsu. It's you
yeah."
couldn't ask for better, really. You know, it's well, no, definitely.
No, he's an awesome guy. As an
Yeah,
awesome team you guys have down at Team Drag. And then, what about you then going forward, Tom? I know you're going to be up at Chaos in November. Obviously, going to be up against Ellis Younger, so another again big match for you.
yeah.
But what's your plans? What kind of things you want to do for the rest of the year?
So I obviously punching really high. ADCC is my goal,
Yeah,
and anything, if I achieve it, or if I don't achieve it, anywhere in that direction is gonna be you know, a good direction to be in, isn't it? So
yeah,
I don't like. I got a bit uptight about training and stuff when the trials are coming round, and I just don't want to do that again.
yeah,
I love jiu-jitsu, and so I'm just gonna, like, even if I wasn't competing, I'd be training just as hard because I love it, you know. So
yeah,
I'm just basically, obviously, just want to go up through the rankings, get all the best matches I can, and just see where it takes me. Really, just, you know, I want to go against the best in the world, but obviously, I got to do my time. Uh, I got to go through everyone else first, you know. So,
yeah,
you know, sometimes I'm getting, you know, like in the tournaments, it's good because you can get good matches, you know, and there's no accepting a match. You can get that match then, you know. So, so that's where I've faced some of the better people is in the tournament. So on the shows and stuff, like, um, obviously, Lloyd Cooper was a good one.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah, you know, but I got Ellis now, and I've got to just go through everyone basically until there's no other choice for people to accept the match with me and stuff, you know.
yeah,
So that's the plan. Just keep accepting everything and just see where it takes me, really.
Yeah. Looking forward to as well. You guys are going to be doing ADCC Wales, obviously Ash and so on, and then obviously
Yeah,
we've got ADCC Scotland under Craig McIntosh, Mop McIntosh.
yeah,
So
but,
that's going to be awesome to see. It's going to be really, really good to see. Obviously, all the countries across the UK and coming together and putting on different events all over the UK. So that's
yeah.
going to be exciting to see as well.
It's good that there's gonna be 4, or maybe if they all do 2 tournaments a year,
Yeah,
that's 8 tournaments of ADCC rules, which we don't get a lot of in the
yeah,
UK. But that'll be great, that like I think it's a great rule set.
yeah.
Um, so that would be brilliant, that should get us all better prepared for that rule set.
Yeah, because I know that's the one thing. Obviously, like a lot of people have went over to the trials or they've done ADCC comps and things like the rules. Some people get put off by the rules, or they're not too
Yeah,
sure about the rules. And whereas obviously the rule set for ADCC is absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I mean? It's a really, really good rule set. As I said,
yeah,
no guard pullers, no stallers, no nothing. So we're looking forward to seeing obviously all these ADCC comps popping up all over the UK.
yeah. Oh no, it's great. I've done 2 rules. Oh, no, I've done 3 rules meetings and
Yeah,
2 ADCC trials, and I still don't know all the rules. So it is quite difficult, But
yeah,
it is. I do really I do really like the rule set because there is obviously loopholes in it, and people can stall well, look
yeah,
busy stalling. So, but it does put the heebie-jeebies at people that they shouldn't be stalling and stuff. It's
yeah,
it
yeah,
is good like that.
definitely. And then final thing for you then, Tom. So obviously been in the game for a little bit,
Yeah.
or a good bit now. So anybody you want to shout out to? So the usual friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that.
Yeah, obviously Tatami Fightwear, looking after me. They're the best company in the world. So yeah, them, and just my coaches in Draig and my teammates. You know, like I personally think we're the best team in Europe, and as soon if the way we keep going, we could be one of the best teams in the world. Eventually,
Yeah,
and it's good. And anyone is always welcome to come down training. I think we've got accommodation sorted now. So if
nice.
anyone's interested in coming down training, I know Ash wants all the 66 to 72 guys. But if any 80-kilo guys want to come down and play, yeah. So yeah, my team basically and Tatami, and thank
Definitely.
you.
Definitely. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on, Tom.
Yeah,
Absolutely buzzing to see you again. As got to see you live and in person at Power Grappling. So,
yeah,
and it was a joy to watch. Obviously, Team Wales come up, and obviously kick Miguel and Jack and Scott's arse all over the Power Grappling. So it was good to see. It was good to
yeah.
see.
And we kicked their ass and then brought them home.
Brought them back. You won
Brought
the
them back.
money, the trophy, and obviously you took
Yeah,
3 of the top grapplers from Scotland back down to Wales with you. So,
yeah,
but no, listen, it's going to be a pleasure to obviously see yourself and obviously the rest of Team Draig or Team Wales down on Newport. So that's Hush nightclub, guys, 23rd of July. So we're only just over a month or less than a month away now. So Grapple Kings 8. Anybody looking for tickets, head over to the Grapple Kings Facebook page. So I know they've got the website all set up now, so you can get your tickets directly from them. Anybody that's not going to make the event, head over to Fight TV. Fight TV is awesome. It's got some really good stuff on it. The best option to go for is the monthly option for cost efficient. So obviously, me being a Scottish guy, I always look for the cheapest way of doing stuff. So Fight TV, $4.99. I think it works out at £4.19. So it's $4.99. So £4.19 for the event on a monthly basis. So yeah, head over and make sure you do get that. But Tom Barry going to be up against Andrew Hardwick. So Tom, listen, absolute pleasure to speak to you, buddy. And listen, I hope all goes well for you. I'm going to be commentating on the night, so I'll need to write some good stuff down about you. So we talked about the most handsome man in Wales. Obviously,
You
you're
knows it.
yes. We'll get a lot of handsome comments and stuff like that thrown in on the night for you, Tom.
Legend. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Listen, thank you again
Right.
and enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.